Welcome to Beyond the Bahaghari, where we deep dive into the world of LGBTQIA films that move us, challenge us, and stay with us long after the credits roll. I'm your host, Zoe Navidad.
And I'm Rain Gonzalvo. Today, we are excited to discuss a poignant and powerful film from Taiwan, Your Name Engraved Herein. It's a story of love, identity, and the struggle for acceptance in a world that often demands conformity.
This film has resonated with audiences around the globe, not just for its beautiful storytelling and compelling characters, but also for its honest portrayal of the LGBTQIA experiences in a conservative society.
As we delve into the nuances of this film, we'll explore its synopsis, the important elements, and why its message is so relevant today.
So grab your popcorn and get ready to join us on the cinematic journey. Whether you've seen your name engraved herein or are hearing about it for the first time, we promise you an insightful and heartfelt conversation.
So let's start by setting the scene and introducing the film itself. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
This Taiwanese film is set in the late 1980s, captures the raw and tender exploration of love, identity, and social expectations through the eyes of two young men. As we deep dive into the analysis, we'll uncover how the film resonates with the experiences of queer Gen Z individuals today, offering a moving reflection on the evolution of LGBTQ narratives in cinema and society.
Your Name Engraved Herein follows the lives of two high school boys, Jahan and Birdie, who meet at an all-boys Catholic school. Their friendship quickly evolves into something deeper, but they're forced to confront their feelings amidst a conservative society that doesn't accept their love.
Jahan, played by Edward Chen, is a sensitive and introspective student. He's struggling with his identity and feelings for Birdie, which leads to a lot of internal conflict and emotional turmoil.
Birdie, portrayed by Chang Jinghua, is more outgoing and rebellious. He initially appears more comfortable with his sexuality but faces his own set of challenges as he navigates his relationship with Jahan and the expectations of those around him.
This journey is set against the significant historical events in Taiwan, including the lifting of martial law, which adds another layer of complexity to their story. The film beautifully captures the tension between societal pressures and personal desires.
Your Name Engraved Herein is not just a love story. It's a heartfelt exploration of identity, acceptance, and the courage it takes to be true to oneself. It's a film that resonates on many levels and leaves a lasting impact.
As we delve deeper into the elements portrayed of the LGBTQIA set in the general media, we unravel that stereotypical tropes of tragic fates such as bullying, sexual harassment, being unable to come out of a closet, as well as verbal and physical abuse are always present in the themes of such LGBTQIA+ portrayals.
Some of the examples we have underscored are movies such as Happy Together and Call Me By Your Name. In Happy Together, we see that Lai and Ho have a toxic and rocky relationship to which they have suffered deep relationship constraints following their breakup that was openly ended.
What we notice when it comes to the majority of the LGBTQIA+ films is that they never leave out elements of sex. It's either two queer people having sex or a queer person getting sexually harassed, like in the scene from Your Name Engraved Herein, where Jahan, in the moment of confusion and overwhelming emotion, acts inappropriately towards Birdie in the school shower. This scene is critical as it underscores the complex and often painful journey of self-discovery and the struggle with internalized feelings in an oppressive environment.
On the other hand, we have also put this in comparison with the movie Call Me By Your Name, in which a scene depicts Oliver initiating sexual inappropriate acts with Elio. This is where Elio gained the curiosity of exploring with sexual acts and the same gender. Similar to the movie, it is both unclear if Elio nor Oliver are part of the LGBT community, as it was set in the year 1983, a time where conservatism is rampant and reform among perspectives is rare.
It's interesting to consider how these portrayals resonate with the queer Gen Z individuals like us. Growing up in a time where there's more visibility and conversation around the LGBTQIA issues, many young people today have different perspectives on these narratives. While we appreciate the raw and unfiltered depiction of these struggles, others feel frustrated by the recurring focus on tragedy and trauma. They crave stories that go beyond the pain and offer the fuller spectrum of the LGBTQIA experiences, including joy, love, and acceptance.
Absolutely. Us Gen Z, with our increased access to diverse media and greater awareness of social issues, often seeks representation that reflects the reality we know, a reality that includes positive, empowering stories as well as the challenges. We want to see the LGBTQIA+ characters living full, vibrant lives and not just defined by their suffering or their sexuality. This generation is vocal about our desire for more nuanced and diverse narratives, pushing back against the notion that queer stories have to be centered on conflict and adversity.
Moreover, Gen Z's exposure to social media and global activism has made them more critical of how media portrayals can shape public perception. We recognize the importance of seeing LGBTQIA+ characters in a wide range of genres and settings, not just in a context of coming out stories or relationships defined by secrecy and fear. This shift in expectations has led the demand for a more authentic and varied storytelling that includes all aspects of queer experience.
It's also worth noting that Gen Z's understanding of gender and sexuality is often more fluid and inclusive. Many in this generation don't see themselves in the binary terms that older LGBTQIA+ narratives sometimes rely on. They seek out stories that reflect a broader spectrum of identities and experiences, from non-binary and genderqueer individuals to asexual and aromantic characters. This push for inclusivity is a significant departure from the past and represents a growing desire for media that doesn't just tokenize or stereotype.
In essence, while movies like Your Name Engraved Herein, Happy Together, and Call Me By Your Name have been groundbreaking in their own right, Gen Z is looking for stories that resonate with the current realities and hopes for the future. We want representation that feels authentic and liberating. Stories that affirm our identities rather than reduce them to cliches. It's an exciting time for queer cinema as this generation challenges creators to expand their narratives and embrace the full diversity of the LGBTQIA+ community.
As we reflect on the evolution of LGBTQIA+ representation in media, it's clear that while significant progress has been made, there is still a long way to go. The shift in perspective brought by Gen Z highlights the need for more diverse and nuanced portrayals that move beyond the traditional narratives of pain and struggle. This generation's demand for authenticity and inclusivity is a powerful call to action for filmmakers, writers, and creators to explore the full spectrum of queer experiences.
In conclusion, as we continue to see a growing variety of stories and characters on screen, we hope that the media will increasingly reflect the rich tapestry of the LGBTQIA+ community. It's not just about showing the challenges and the hardships. It's about celebrating the love, joy, and resilience that also define these lives. By embracing a broader range of narratives, we can create a more inclusive and empathetic world where everyone feels seen and valued.
So, let's keep pushing for better representation and hold creators accountable for the stories they tell. Every authentic and diverse story brings us one step closer to a world where all identities are acknowledged and respected. Thank you for joining us in this episode of Beyond the Bahaghari. We hope this discussion has inspired you to think critically about the media you consume and the stories that shape our understanding of the world.
And as always, we love to hear your thoughts. What are some of your favorite LGBTQIA films that break away from your usual tropes? How do you think about the representation, which has changed over the years? Reach out to us on our social media or leave a comment on our platform. Until next time, this is Zoe Navidad and Rain Gonzalvo. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep celebrating the intricacy beyond the Bahaghari.